Fellow detectives, what if I told you Area 51's deepest secret has nothing to do with aliens? In 1955, when the CIA established this base, they found something they didn't expect. Artifacts, thousands of them. Ancient pottery, stone tools, and petroglyphs depicting figures that archaeologists still can't explain. This government marker admits it. Archaeological studies revealed continuous occupation by prehistoric man from about 9,500 years ago. But here's what they didn't tell you. Those artifacts. They've never been catalogued, never been studied, and never been returned. The artifacts reveal a cover-up that makes UFO conspiracies look like bedtime stories. Let's investigate the evidence. Fellow detectives, our investigation begins with the Treaty of Ruby Valley, signed October 1st, 1863. I've examined the original artifact. Yes, treaties are artifacts too, in the National Archives. Here's what the document actually says. The Western Shoshone granted passage rights, mining rights, military post rights, but nowhere does this artifact say they gave up ownership of the land. Now examine this artifact, the 1872 logbook from Groome Lead Mines Limited. The entry reads, Indian relics of considerable antiquity discovered in cave systems, pottery vessels of unusual design, woven baskets in remarkable preservation, carved stone items of unknown purpose, forwarded to San Francisco for examination. Fellow detectives, I searched every museum in San Francisco. No record of these artifacts exists. They vanished. Just like every other artifact found in this area since. These weren't primitive items. Look at comparable Shoshone artifacts from the same period. Sophisticated pottery with geometric designs. Baskets so tightly woven they could hold water. Stone tools showing advanced knapping techniques. What exactly did those miners find that needed to disappear? 40 miles from Area 51, these artifacts can't be hidden. They're carved into the rocks themselves. Meet Pahranagat Man, fellow detectives. This petroglyph artifact dates between 1000 BC and 1500 AD. Look at this artifact's details. The head is 60% of the total figure. The eyes are positioned unlike any other known Native American rock art. These proportions don't match human anatomy or any known ceremonial costume. BLM anthropologist Jake Hickerson examines these artifacts daily. Some motifs are very obvious, like the bighorn sheep. But then you get into the more abstract figures, say Pahranagat Man. Here's the critical evidence. I searched every petroglyph database in North America. Pahranagat Man appears nowhere else on Earth. Only in Lincoln County. Only around what is now Area 51. When the military expanded the base, they absorbed 47 documented petroglyph sites. Those artifacts are now behind the fence. What other unique figures are hidden there? What messages from ancient peoples are classified? Fellow detectives, 928 nuclear weapons were detonated here, but look where they tested them, directly over the richest archaeological zones. These pottery artifacts were photographed in 1950 at the Yucca Flat Survey. Traditional Shoshone ceramics, some dating back 1,000 years. After test shot Charlie in 1952, vaporized. The artifacts that survived 10 centuries couldn't survive 10 milliseconds of nuclear heat. But radiation revealed something else. When scientists mapped the fallout patterns and overlaid them with Native American living sites, the correlation was absolute. Virginia Sanchez of the Duckwater Shoshone testified about these artifacts of destruction. Every place we gathered pine nuts, every spring where we collected willows for baskets, every sacred site with our ancestors' artifacts, all deliberately contaminated. The artifacts prove it wasn't accidental. Fellow detectives, these testimonies describe artifacts that would rewrite history. 1967, Yucca Flat. 60 feet down, we broke into a cave system, but it wasn't natural. There were constructed stone walls. Pottery everywhere, perfectly preserved. wooden tools that shouldn't have survived, textile fragments with patterns I'd never seen. The artifacts were extraordinary. The pottery had a metallic sheen. The textiles showed complex weaving techniques. Within hours, a special team arrived. Different uniforms. They catalogued everything, boxed it up. When we returned, the cave was filled with concrete. Where did those artifacts go? Area 23 had a section we called the Archaeology zone. Double-fenced, separate badges. Saw crates going in, never saw anything come out. My sergeant said, "Those artifacts prove things the public isn't ready to know." But the most stunning artifacts were found at Yucca Mountain. The burial artifacts were impossible. Precision-drilled stone beads, copper items with alloys we couldn't identify, obsidian blades sharper than surgical steel. Carbon dating put them at 4,000 years old. The project classified everything. This brings us to the smoking gun artifact, a legal document. The Native American Graves Protection Act requires all federal agencies to report indigenous artifacts. Every agency complied, except one. 0 artifacts reported from 1,350 square miles occupied for 9,500 years. That's not just improbable, fellow detectives. That's proof of a cover-up. Fellow detectives, modern technology reveals what they're still hiding. Ground-penetrating radar shows anomalies consistent with buried structures. Multispectral imaging reveals soil disturbances matching ancient settlements. Dr. Kevin Rafferty, who surveyed accessible areas before restrictions, based on artifact density outside the fence, there are likely thousands of pieces inside. Pottery, tools, ceremonial items. Some sites could be the most significant in North America. The Consolidated Group of Tribes has requested access 27 times to survey for artifacts. Every request denied. The reason? National security. What artifacts threaten national security? Unless those artifacts reveal something that contradicts the official narrative. Recent dating of Nevada petroglyphs revealed some are 14,800 years old, the oldest rock art in North America. If similar artifacts exist inside Area 51, we're talking about evidence of the earliest human creativity on the continent. Artifacts that rewrite history. Artifacts kept from their rightful guardians. Artifacts hidden behind the world's most secure fence. Fellow detectives, the artifacts have revealed the truth. Area 51's greatest secret isn't about hiding alien technology. It's about hiding American prehistory. It's about erasing evidence that these lands held sophisticated civilizations for millennia. The artifacts prove 9,500 years of continuous civilization, confirmed by artifacts, advanced pottery, textiles and tools, discovered and hidden unique petroglyphs found nowhere else. Now restricted ancient settlements with stone construction, concreted over metalwork that shouldn't exist, classified legal requirement to report artifacts, violated thousands more artifacts still buried, detected but inaccessible. The real conspiracy is erasing the sophisticated culture of America's first peoples. It's about maintaining the myth of empty land. It's about avoiding accountability for destroying irreplaceable artifacts of human heritage. Those mysterious petroglyphs aren't evidence of ancient aliens. They're evidence of ancient genius, human creativity so profound we still can't decode its meaning. The investigation continues. Remember, fellow detectives, the truth isn't out there. It's right here, in the artifacts, waiting for someone brave enough to investigate. Trust the artifacts. Follow the evidence. The investigation continues.